Welcome to the Technology Tools presentation presented by JCPS IT3. We will learn about email and password setup as well as setting up multi-factor authentication, how to access various Clever apps such as Google Classroom, how to submit a ticket to our IT3 Care Center should you need additional assistance, as well as how to contact support. IT3 training resources so that you can get all the training you need. Accessing the ALGF and SPP&G, we will talk about the description of that later. Infinite Campus categories, which is where you store your assignments, as well as Infinite Campus basics and navigation. Let's get started. JCPS can access email from any device by navigating to jcps.me/email. Passwords must be at least 15 characters and are reset every 6 months. After navigating to the JCPS password site, users will find tips and resources, but may also reach out to the IT3 Care Center if additional assistance is needed. Staff must add a mobile number to receive SMS messages to use for multi-factor authentication, or MFA, when logging into JCPS email and other JCPS programs. It is also recommended to set up an MFA account to ensure access if you cannot receive a text. Detailed directions are included when setting up your account or resetting your password via jcps.me/password. Our IT3 Care Center is here to help you should you need additional support. You can reach the IT3 Care Team Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. by calling 485-3552, using the live chat, or by submitting a ticket. Clever is utilized across the district for both district and instructional tools. Accessible from your JCPS Quick Links menu, Clever has a single-click access to resources teachers and students need, including Google Classroom, email, Imagine Learning, and more. Clever is the first page that opens from all student Chromebooks. All Clever apps populate from Infinite Campus data, which means it will match your rosters in Infinite Campus. Teachers can personalize the sites and resources they want their students to see. The SPP is the Student Progression and Promotion Handbook, and the ALGF is the Assessing, Learning, and Grading Framework Handbook. The purpose of the Assessing, Learning, and Grading Framework for each level, elementary school, middle school, and high school, is to provide policies and procedures for how learning will be assessed, captured, and communicated. While the Student Progression and Promotion Handbook for each level provides policies and procedures for how learners progress through each level and are promoted, the framework focuses on the guiding purposes, principles, and recommended practices for assessing, learning, and grading. The Assessing, Learning, and Grading Framework document, or ALGF, and Student Promotion and Progression Handbook are located under Students and Families, and then Handbooks and Frameworks. In this video, we will take a brief look at the ALGF. Teachers that teach students in middle and high school will need to review both frameworks. For example, a middle school teacher that maybe teaches some high school courses will need to understand both framework documents. Every teacher should be comfortable with the content in their grade level ALGF. As we merge into some Infinite Campus training, we will take a look at the category of academic grades. The category or categories of academic grades are where assignments or academic grades are stored in Infinite Campus. On the elementary level and middle school level, teachers only use the Mastery category to store academic grades. On the high school level, Progression and Mastery are utilized. Please see the JCPS website to review the appropriate ALGF in full detail and see your school administrator if you have additional concerns. JCPS has lots of learning opportunities and resources available for teachers. We will begin by navigating to the Technical Learning Center by going to our URL bar and typing in jcps.me/TLC and hitting enter. From here, users can click on the jcps.me links for a list of quick links to various sites, including Infinite Campus, webmail, vector, password reset, and more. The JCPS Digital Learning Channel, which is also accessible from the Quick Links menu, allows users to search for a wide variety of videos for various products, including Google, Infinite Campus, Canva, Screencastify, and more. Users can scroll throughout the list, search for specific videos, or even click on playlists and navigate through the available options. Additionally, we encourage you to save whatever playlist you find beneficial so it's easily accessible under your playlist option on the left. Check back often. There are videos posted almost daily. Visit the IT3 PD offerings page for professional development opportunities. Navigate to the IT3 training resource page for a quick guide on how to access training resources as well as how to receive help. This includes an overview on Vector, the Digital Learning Channel, the Technical Learning Center or TLC site, and how to receive help from the IT3 Care Center. Now we will briefly discuss the TLC site or Technical Learning Center and continue. As we scroll down, the next item we see is a button for the IT3 Training Opportunities menu. This takes you to a very thorough guide of multiple synchronous and asynchronous options available, including Google, Infinite Campus, and more. This is updated often, so please check back for more opportunities. Next, we have multiple buttons which include lots of resources. For example, if you click on the Infinite Campus button, you have access to lots of pages of resources and videos. I will click Home to go back to the front page and navigate down. You can enter the Google Workspace button for lots of great Google learning opportunities, and then Rapid Identity for additional assistance if you need it for logging into the system or resetting your password. Teachers can access Infinite Campus from the JCPS website or by typing jcps.me/IC into their browser window. From the JCPS website, teachers will select Employees. Then teachers will select the plus next to Logins to expand the Logins menu. From the Logins menu, users will select Infinite Campus. That takes you to the Infinite Campus login screen. On the Infinite Campus login screen, JCPS employees and students will not enter their usernames and passwords. Rather, everyone within JCPS, employees, and students will select the JCPS staff and student login here button. Once logging into Infinite Campus, teachers will be directed to the Teaching Center where they will take attendance. Elementary homeroom teachers will take attendance only once per day at the beginning of the day. Middle and high school teachers, however, will take attendance every period. Please note that any student names in this video are not actual JCPS students. Student names are used for training purposes only. From the Teaching Center, a head and shoulders with a red dot indicates the teacher has not yet taken attendance. We are demonstrating on an elementary example first. Teachers will click on the head and shoulders with the red dot, and then the attendance screen will open. In this screen, we will mark that Allison is absent. Allison has now been marked absent. We will now mark Alexandra as absent. Alexandra has now been marked absent. Now we will click Save. As you can see, once attendance is marked, the head and shoulders now has a green circle with a check indicating that attendance has been taken. On the middle and high school level, teachers will take attendance every period. As you can see here, there are multiple periods with the head and shoulder and the red dot. Once attendance is taken, the head and shoulders with the red dot is replaced by the green check showing that attendance has been successfully taken. Now that we're in Infinite Campus, we'll discuss some Infinite Campus resources. This includes the question mark icon in the top right-hand corner to receive help on whatever screen you're on. Additionally, we'll learn about the Campus Learning Home button to view Infinite Campus videos and resources. Last of all, we'll take a look at the Enable Classroom Navigation button so that we can see how it changes your screen. Once logged into Infinite Campus, the Teaching Center is the first screen all teachers will see. On any particular screen, if teachers click on the question mark, an additional help screen will display, showing lots of options available for teachers to learn more about that particular tool. As you can see here, we were in the Teaching Center, and now we have access to Infinite Campus resources, including a Teaching Center video and an Instruction Center video. If we navigate to Instruction and Gradebook, and we want to learn more about the gradebook, we can click on the question mark to get help tools based on that. Any help item with a D next to it indicates it is a JCPS posted resource. Anything below is also great resources, but is created and published by Infinite Campus. Additionally, if you click on the waffle in the top right and then Campus Learning Home, users are redirected to an additional page where there are 3 boxes. The first one says explore articles, simulations, and videos specifically for teachers. If teachers click on search, they have access to a drop-down list of tools or can type in specific keywords and hit search for additional resources. There are lots of resources available for teachers. We talked about the question mark to get help topics on whatever screen teachers are on, and then the waffle in the top right for Campus Learning Home. The next thing we'll discuss is Enable Classroom Navigation. Enable Classroom Navigation hyperlinks the classes, which takes you straight into the classroom area where you can view grades, student tools, curriculum, and classroom. To navigate to the gradebook, users would click on Grades. We'll return back to the Teaching Center by clicking on the clock icon. If classroom navigation is not turned on, then users will see that their classes are not hyperlinked, but can still navigate to instruction to view additional data. Next, we will go into a video discussing the new look and navigating the new look, which includes moving from student information to instruction and back to student information smoothly, saving all your favorite tools, taking a look at the recent tools that are available, searching for students, and more. Please note that for some users, the new look may be the default look, and you may already be accustomed to it. But hopefully you'll learn some great tips in this next video. We will begin by turning the new look on. To turn the new look on, users will navigate to the Head and Shoulders in the top right corner and switch the Try New Look toggle from off to on. On the top left panel, the hamburger icon will allow users to open and close the 3 tabs to the left. We will now navigate to the first tab on the left panel. If users see a plus and minus, that indicates that the screen resolution is too large for the additional options to display to the right. Users can use the Control- keyboard shortcut to change it from displaying up and down to the right side. Now we have the option to display additional options to the right. Users can toggle back and forth between those two views by clicking on this button. The first tab, which is called the main menu, shows all tools users have access to. For example, under Instruction, teachers will see the Teaching Center, roster, gradebook, attendance, and more. Under Student Information, users will see student information tools such as grades, schedule, PLP contact log, and more. The next tab is the Favorites tab. The Favorites tab shows any tool users have identified as a favorite by clicking on the star. If the star is hollow, it is not marked as a favorite. When you mark it as a favorite, it is filled in with blue and added to the Favorites panel. As we can see, Teaching Center has been added to the bottom of the Favorites panel. The third tab is Recent Tools, similar to your browsing history. It shows any tools the user has visited recently in the last few days. You can easily select any tool from the Recent Tools area and mark it as a favorite if not already identified as a favorite. We can see that Grades has already been identified as a favorite. On the Favorites panel, users can rearrange the favorites as necessary. Here, we will select Edit, and we will move Teaching Center to the top, and then Message Center just underneath. We will also remove seating charts from the favorites. By doing that, we will select Save to save our new order, and then select Seating Charts, and click on the star to remove it from the Favorites panel. In selecting any item from the student information area, users are prompted to select a student. We will select Open Student Search, and we are redirected to the Search panel. Clicking the Search button will pull up all students we have access to. Additionally, users can search by typing in last name, first name, or just initials. Here, we will search for B, H, and that pulls up all students whose last name begin with B and first name begins with H. Users may also put in a comma and search by first name or search by student number. We will now select Hannah and navigate to her Schedule tab. When navigating to any tool, users will also see breadcrumbs in the top right corner to follow the path back to origination. Here we will see that Schedule is within General, and General is within Student Information. We will now select the Grades tab and view the Grades tab for Hannah. When navigating to any tool in the right corner, users will see an option for Related Tools, where users can then see other tools in that same tool set. If users are not sure where a tool is located, the tool search can be utilized. We will switch it from Student to Tool, and now we will search for seating charts. Now that we have located seating charts, we can then mark it as a favorite and add it to our favorites panel. Another example might be searching for a contact log. We will enter contact and hit search, and then all available contact logs display. Remember to quickly jump back to the Teaching Center. If not marked as a favorite, users can click on the Infinite Campus logo in the top left. We will now discuss some Teaching Center options. The first option is to turn on the Enable Classroom Navigation toggle. This does not remove any features, but groups tools a little different and hyperlinks the class name on each page. This can be turned off at any time from the Teaching Center. The next is a fun feature in the Teaching Center where teachers can rename the class as it appears in each box and give it a new icon. We will begin with the first class. We'll click on the Settings button. The Settings button opens, and the first thing we can do is rename the class. We'll call this Period 2 Civics Honor. Next, we will enable student questions. Enabling student questions allows students to ask questions from within the student portal and for teachers to answer them from within their class. The next thing we'll do is choose a different icon. Teachers can select from any of the available icons listed here. In this case, we will select this icon here, and we will scroll down and choose the color green and click Save. Now you can see that this first box has been updated to Period 2 Civics Honor, and it has a green icon. We'll repeat this process again for the next class. We're going to click on the Settings button. We will enable student questions. We will choose a different icon, and we will make this one blue. We're going to call this one Period 3 Civics and click Save. It's important to know that students will not see whatever you have renamed the section when they log on to the portal, and this does not affect Google Classroom in any way. We will take a look at instruction settings, which includes hiding dropped students, showing student pictures, activating pass-fail coloring, and more. To navigate to instruction settings, click on the head and shoulder in the top right corner and then select Instruction Settings. The first box, Show Active Students Only, when checked, will hide any students that have been dropped from the section. If this is not checked, dropped students will still display in red. Checking this box also prevents teachers from accidentally populating grades for dropped students when using the Fill tool. It can be unchecked anytime the teachers need to view dropped students and their grades. Teachers can check the box next to Show Student Number to view the JCPS student number next to their name in screens such as roster. Teachers can check the Show Student Picture box to view student pictures in roster, gradebook, seating chart, and more. If teachers build a seating chart and do not have this checked, pictures will not display on the seating chart. Use Seating Chart for Attendance allows teachers the option to use a seating chart when taking attendance for a class. Teachers can always switch between the seating chart option and list at any time. When Use Canned Comments is selected, teachers can choose from existing comments loaded into Infinite Campus when entering report card grades to customize and apply to students' posted grades. On the middle and high school level, this can be applied to any grading task where a grade is applied. On the elementary level, it would be applied to only areas of strength or growth with the exception of the 4 traditional schools. The Show Pass-Fail coloring options colors passing grades in green and failing grades in red.
The mute option is available for colorblind users and may help view the colors more clearly. Always click Save when making any updates to this screen. Please feel free to visit our TLC site, our Technical Learning Center, for more great videos and resources in Google, Infinite Campus, and more. It is located under Quick Links and then JCPS TLC site.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us for the JCPS IT3 Technology Tools presentation. We hope you're leaving feeling empowered and ready to put these awesome new tools to work in your classroom. Here's to student success.